arriving at Docking Bay E24. Emergency civilian housing.
All right. The refugee was near James, I believe.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting.
Sorry.
I don't believe it.
You? Yes.
I found a Prothean sphere on 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒁. Contact the Alliance and tell them Commander Shepard asked them to pay you for it.
Yes, thank you. I'll call them right now.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you, Commander. I've gotten food for my family. And for some of the others who were trapped here, too.
I believe those are my credits.
So we grave robbed or facilitated grave robbing to help pay for food for starving refugees. I'm conflicted.
Are you kidding me?
I think we did the right thing. Definitely do not support in any way grave robbing. But in the end times, maybe... Shit. Maybe... I don't know. I was going to say maybe the Protheans would have wanted to help in any way they can. But we kind of know that's not the truth. Oh my god. 𝒸𝒾𝒶 would just be like, they're weak. They deserve to die. Man.
Yeah, I'll take that. You just gonna stand there and watch? You're kind of making me nervous, Commander.
Fine, fuck. You're not gonna deal me in? Rude. Although I get it, I get it. Alright, let me double check. Make sure we got everything we wanted. Yep, that's it. I think that's where we go now. I should save before then.
Spectre status recognized. 1 moment, please.
Should really save before then.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Are they normally all gathered around here like this? Maybe they're just shifting them to seem more realistic. I don't think I've looked up here before. I didn't even know there was a second story. I mean, arguably these are all offices. It's so cool. Hello?
Urgently, human, I must speak to you on behalf of my people.
What is it?
Holding sorrow, 𝒸𝒾𝒶, my home world, the Reapers have come. Holding sorrow, our warriors are under siege, but your forces can rescue them. Urgently, please. All the other races have turned us aside.
Why?
How do your people fight?
Proudly, with BI-assisted infantry. Our soldiers carry heavy weapons into battle mounted on their backs. Mixed pride and shame, our enemies have called us living tanks, as well as names less flattering.
Aww. Of course I'll do what I can.
I'll take the Normandy as soon as we have time.
Relief. Thank you, Commander. Small hope. Perhaps we can evacuate some of our civilians when your forces arrive. Anxiously, I will remain here for news. Please hurry. 𝒸𝒾𝒶 burns.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Wow. So I still have priority at the Citadel. Okay, okay, that is meet with the Asari counselor. Okay, good. That works. Okay, okay. That's just that. Supposed to meet us in Odina's office? Yes.
I want all remaining files secured and marked for Tentron clearance only. Commander Shepard, thank you for coming.
Did you find something?
The Council has ordered a full review into Donald Udina's activities.
Mm-hmm.
We're still piecing together his coup attempt. But that isn't why I asked you here. The situation is growing urgent for my people. We're aware your crucible is still missing a key component.
The catalyst. Do you know something?
Not exactly, but there is a artifact on our homeworld, Thessia, known only to highest levels of my government.
What is it?
With any luck, it's a means to help you locate the catalyst. The artifact is kept in a temple located at these coordinates. I've ordered a scientific team to meet you there.
Oh.
If this artifact is so important, why keep it hidden?
Every species in the Citadel has its secrets, Commander. But this one, in the wrong hands, would upset the balance of galactic power.
The Reapers are doing that right now.
Which is why I'm bringing this to you.
I appreciate the help.
It's you who will be helping us. The matriarchs are growing desperate. For the first time in our history, Thessia is vulnerable. For all our intellect, we're outmatched by Reaper firepower.
I'll do what I can.
Whether you know it or not, you've become the sole ray of hope in a very dark night. Goddess be with you.
Ooh. Yep, can't go back. Ooh, sorry, I just got chills. Yank my mouse everywhere. God, like it is cold in here, but it's also the gravity of the situation. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's just requisition. Okay. Terminal. Oh, we don't have anything. Okay. Perfect. I always just like to check in case. Oh, wait. You know what? You know what I should check? Make sure there's nothing that we missed. Okay. Oh no. Are these things that we missed places? Missed picking up? I love me some power recharge speed, but I think I'm okay. Alright, so... do we do the Elcor quest? Thanks. Sweets ambassador. Okay, so we talk to him again? Is that how that works? Okay. He's still there. What's up, my guy? Oh no, he's not speakable. He's chillin'.
Spectre status recognized. Please select 1 moment.
I'm gonna leave and then come back and see if that resets
Now arriving at docking
anything.
bay E24. Emergency civilian housing. 1 moment, please.
Because sometimes that helps. Because he's still marked on our map, or maybe it's just... Oh, he's turned around this time.
We got your people off 𝒂𝒶, Ambassador.
Utterly sincere. Thank you for your assistance, Commander. This is not a debt we can repay.
Were you able to evacuate any civilians?
Yes,
How many?
not enough.
I'm sorry. Okay, so what was priority? Okay, so now we've got priority Thessia. Oh, we don't have priority Citadel anymore. That was it? That wasn't much. Nimbus cluster. So we're still missing a few of these. Well, not this man. He's DLC. I can't remember if we'd done the Nimbus cluster. No, we did Ninma something or other. He's gone. Okay, good. So he's off of that map now. Okay, good. It looks like we accomplished everything. We figured out what we're doing. Man, I thought Citadel 3 was going to be a bigger deal.
Recognized. 1 moment, please.
All the ones before have been.
Now arriving at docking bay D24.
I've got your briefing, Private. Let's fill you in before the squad arrives.
Excuse me, little boy.
Hosting us to an eco mining facility asari.
Okay, let's get back on the Normandy. That counts as a quest, right? Let's try it. Well, first, do I have any more emails? It's nice getting emails.
Commander?
Okay, so hold on, let's save. Okay, and then let's see if that counts. I mean, we've done 2, technically. I mean, the Citadel 3 was a priority. We should be good. I'm like making a case for this. Oh, I gotta go through the mass relay. Okay, so it was Nimbus cluster. Oh, locate secret artifact. Cool. Chilean. Nimbus. 100%. If we've gotten 100, it must have something that opens up later. It has to. Okay, so let's retry something that we know we've scanned already today. Which one? This one. How much fuel do we have? Okay, good. No, you said,
Faster than light jump successful.
disappointed. It's very rude. Okay, well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna take a quick stretch, walk around, grab a glass of water for like a few minutes, and try to figure out where we're gonna go next, because this was the extent of my agenda for today, because I thought Citadel 3 was a real quest. But apparently it's just talking to a lady for a few minutes. And that's fine. That was delightful. She's a very nice lady. And hopefully we'll get some nice things out of it. But that only takes a few minutes. And I thought we would be there doing things for a lot longer than that. Okay. If you'd like, get up, grab your own glass of water, stretch, go give your pet a smooch. And I'll see you in just a handful of minutes. Less than 5, okay? Okay.
5 minutes later.
Hi, hello. I brought you a surprise. A little boy. Baby. He looks thrilled, doesn't he? Ooh, careful, Nugget. Bye. He's upset because I locked him in here. I had to do a tiny bit of cat wrangling. One of my oldest, my 15-year-old cat is very elderly, and he has arthritis and high blood pressure and diabetes, and his weight's really low, so I had to feed him more frequently throughout the day, so I went and did a little bit of that too. But I had to cloister all the other cats in different rooms so he can eat, otherwise they'll just eat his food out from under him, and he's so old he just kind of watches them do it. So no, my face is covered in cat hair. So Nugget has to be in here with me, much to his chagrin. He does not like, he's not a happy boy. Okay, so the next thing on the list is Thessia, and we're not going to do that today. I don't know how long it is. I don't have too terribly much time. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do Thessia on the streamathon. And so what I'm going to do instead of Thessia today is I really know we need to catch up on some more Codex entries because I can't read chat anymore. Man, I had to outright ban a person saying nothing because they dropped really major spoilers during the one stream where I was like, hey guys, you've been really chill lately, thanks, so let's try having chat on. I don't the baby's crying now because he really wants Bubby's food. That is like the highest level of fuck you ever. Like, come on. People are the worst. Everyone's like, oh, why can't you respond to YouTube comments? Why can't, like, you talk to people more on chat? Why don't you say anything when people say hello to you? A, I can't see it. And the reason why I can't see it is because people won't stop spoiling this fucking game for me. And I'm so tired of it. I just want to be able to play the fucking game and not have everyone tell me what's gonna happen in it. Like grade A dickholes. Don't be that dude. Don't be that dude. Don't. God damn, don't be that dude. Be written in a blacklist of worst persons I've ever met.
Jelix, the second planet in the the Asari homeworld, Thessia, is the core of the largest economy in the Milky Way. The planet's reserves of element zero are so vast that they affect its price galaxy-wide. Because life on Thessia evolved in an ezo-rich environment, the world is home to a wealth of both biotically active and ezo-resistant species. Travel to the planet is strictly controlled, but smuggling remains an issue. Thessia is host to varying republics instead of a single government, and although each maintains a formidable military, it is notable for having long been free of internal or external wars. The Asari are renowned for their cultural and political dominance, and they excel in ambassadorial ventures. They have a strong presence in Citadel politics and galactic policy. However, it is the unfocused political structure of their homeworld that has left the Thessians unprepared for the current conflict.
Yeah, that's a thing. All right, we haven't done almost any of these. Jesus. Oh, we should probably do, have we done From the Ashes yet? I guess if we have a Codex entry, it's probably because we've done it. I'm gonna peep at it. Bonus Codex entries. Well, let's do Omega, because I'm paranoid now. Oh, we have one on Arya? Nyreen. A powerful biotic, Arya 𝒂𝒾𝒶, has been the sole ruler of Omega for some time. Rumored to be at least 1,000 years old, she is as skilled at combat and the use of her biotic abilities as she is at manipulation and power games. Ruthless, highly intelligent, and dedicated to maintaining her rule over Omega, Arya is a force to be reckoned with. Though recent events have seen Cerberus take over Omega and send Arya into exile, there is no doubt that Arya will do everything within her power to proclaim what is hers. Cerberus' occupation of Omega. The elusive man's plan to capture Omega was elegantly wrought. I don't know if y'all can hear him. he's adding into here. Experimental specimens called Adjutants escaped from a Cerberus facility beyond the Omega-4 mass relay, took command of a Cerberus convoy, and arrived on Omega to wreak havoc. With more adjutants coming, Cerberus reached out to Arya T'Loak, claiming it needed her to help stop its wayward test subjects, reluctantly offering her own forces. In an alliance, Arya joined Cerberus's General Oleg Petrovsky aboard his ship to oversee the battle. When the adjutants overran the Cerberus Omega fleet, Petrovsky and Arya escaped through the Omega-4 relay. However, Petrovsky's subordinate, Colonel Raymond Ash, had remained behind on Omega to take control of the station's defenses, while Cerberus reinforcements approached. Announcing that it was protecting the galaxy from the adjutant threat, Cerberus seized Omega, giving the elusive man full control of the Omega-4 relay and the space beyond. Without Arya to keep them in line, the various criminal and mercenary factions on the station erupted, fighting both Cerberus ground troops and each other. Meanwhile, Arya was taken captive by General Petrovsky. Realizing that the adjutants had simply been a ruse to capture Omega, Arya managed to escape back, slipping away into its underbelly to organize a resistance force. Eventually, Petrovsky ordered the Cerberus forces to evacuate the station, but this was yet another ruse, this time to lure Arya out of hiding. With his troops out of harm's way, Petrovsky summoned a massive Cerberus fleet and presented Arya with an ultimatum. Leave Omega, or lose it. Petrovsky threatened to destroy the station rather than lose control, and with no alternative, Arya left, vowing she would return to claim Omega and take her revenge. I don't know if y'all can hear him. He's battering at the door with his little baby paws, his little baby face. So upset, my starving Barovia child. An adjutant. It's the Cerberus code name for the experimental subject created at a secret facility beyond the Omega-4 relay. The creatures are based on Reaper technology. Of course they are. And the adjutants encountered on Omega have the ability to infect any life form to create new adjutant. Adjutants are deadly pack hunters. They initially remain hidden, observing potential victims and distracting them with subtle whispers. Or growling. When they select a target, adjutants ambush them with charged projectiles that create a violently unstable mass effect field that causes severe disorientation and renders the target helpless. Enhanced muscle tissue gives adjutants the ability to leap surprising distances, allowing them to close in and infect their target quickly. The baseline form of the being does not match any known species. Xenobiologists suspect that Reapers may have originally created and implemented the virus several cycles before the Prothean extinction, and that it still carries genetic traces of its original host. If this is true, then like the Collectors, adjutants are a glimpse into the distant past, and a species whose very existence and struggle against the Reapers has long been forgotten. Wow. That's so wild. Dang. Okay. General Oleg Petrovsky. Military strategist and classical scholar. Classical scholar! General Oleg Petrovsky is one of the elusive man's most respected operatives. As a corporal in the First Contact War, Petrovsky was forced to take command of his unit and proved his tactical brilliance by holding off repeated Turian attacks for weeks. The war ended before his position was overrun, but not before Petrovsky had witnessed firsthand the brutality of the Turian war machine. Despite being praised and promoted for his bravery, Petrovsky eventually found more common ground with Cerberus than the Alliance military. I don't want to know what that means, but I know what it means. Since leading the campaign to seize Omega, Petrovsky has proven to be a capable, if firm, administrator who is focused on containing or eliminating unstable elements, or they threaten Cerberus's occupation of the station. A Rampart mech. Though its initial invasion of Omega was successful, Cerberus was soon faced with the problem of controlling the station's large and often lawless population. It's Omega. An initial solution was to establish detainment areas bordered with impassable force fields, believed to be sheets of plasma suspended in a magnetic field. Very cool. As Cerberus tightens its control of the station, units that could pass freely through the force fields to police the populace became necessary, leading Cerberus engineers to recover low-key security mechs from the remaining Eclipse mercenary chapters. When upgraded with Cerberus's proprietary mini-fabrication technology, shielding recovered from Omega's Element Zero processing plant, and additional ablative armor, the result was the Rampart mech, a flexible combat unit designed for control and intimidation of Omega's inhabitants. Rampart mechs can seek out targets or troublemakers anywhere on Omega, even lower industrial areas where radiation can be intense. It is fitted with infrasound and scent markers that are fight or flight triggers for several species and are intended to subdue or disperse a crowd. When necessary, Rampart mechs can channel all available power into generating a high-intensity shield, defense against hacking or biotic attacks. Wow. And weapons fire, too, protecting the Rampart until reinforcements arrive. For combat, most Rampart mechs are equipped with the standard issue shotgun. If damaged beyond repair, the Rampart mech destroys the shotgun's aluminum alloy heat dispersal sinks, coating any nearby assailants in red-hot residue that burns through an armor. In extreme situations, the Rampart mech overlocks into a hunter-killer mode, diverting power from its unique shields to single-mindedly destroy its target. In this mode, the Rampart mech moves faster, attacking with a flash-forged Omniblade. Oh, yes! That targets and protective nerve clusters and immobilizes the luckless target. We saw some of that in action when we were playing the DLC. The Rampart also channels excess heat through the dispersal sinks, visibly burning off material to create an intimidating display as it advances. Wow. That's honestly pretty well thought out. The boy gave up. He's no longer crying. Oh, Nyreen. Born to a family with a long and honored tradition of military service, Nyreen Kandros left the Turian military after the emergence of her biotic abilities. Off suspicious of biotics, the Turians shipped Nyreen off to the Cabal units, where her abilities and experience were grossly underutilized. After several years as a mercenary, Kandros was drawn to Omega by its reputation as a haven for capable freelancers. Nyreen's early years in Omega were a pivotal time for her. 𝒂𝒃 took an interest in Kandros, helping her hone her biotic talents while developing her military experience and skills to their full potential. 𝒂𝒃 also allowed Nyreen the time she needed to reconcile with her new way of life and her unexpected, and initially unwanted, abilities. The two eventually parted ways due to irreconcilable differences, but Nyreen Kandros remained on Omega. Upon 𝒂𝒃's return to the station after the Cerberus invasion, Nyreen revealed herself as the leader of the Talons. Reformed under her leadership, the Talons are Omega's newfound symbol of resistance against the Cerberus occupiers. Okay, good, so we get a feel for what Cabals are. They're an elite biotic Turian unit whose dictum is, the intangible is unstoppable. As Turian biotics are relatively rare, with biotic abilities manifesting in only a small percentage of Element Zero exposed Turians, Cabals tend to be small and only comprised of 10 to 15 individuals led by a commanding officer called a Cabalim. A Turian Cabal is often deployed covertly as shock troops or saboteurs, or they're sent on long reconnaissance missions for the hierarchy. In addition to advanced biotic training, all Cabal soldiers are highly skilled in small arms, explosives, infiltration tactics, and piloting. Centuries ago, during the Unification Wars, military black ops would recruit Turian biotics as infiltrators, planting them anonymously in the regular inventory as observers, or using them as assassins. This historical practice has left a cultural bias against biotic soldiers among the Turian rank and file. As a result, the Turian hierarchy prefers to keep its cabals isolated from other branches of the military, citing safety and unit cohesion concerns. Even Turians whose biotic abilities are not combat proficient are segregated into cabals, often forcing them to cut short their promising careers in order to serve as a medic or a maintenance officer. However, cabal soldiers are professionals. Those who do not adapt are quickly weeded out, resulting in strongly unified teams of experienced, deadly, biotic warriors who see their isolation as a necessary sacrifice to protect the hierarchy. Don't love that, but we could just teach people not to be scared of things they don't understand. That seems, I don't know, easier, but whatever. The war with the Reapers means that the Turian hierarchy no longer has the luxury of keeping such powerful assets in reserve. Many cabals had been recalled to Palaven, while the most experienced had been dispatched to the front lines for surgical strikes on Reaper strongholds or to provide support for regular infantry. Dang. I want to learn more about the Reapers. Harvesting. Even with all the Reaper's power, harvesting every sapient species in an entire galaxy can take decades or even centuries. The most time-consuming part of the process is gathering DNA from the population. To accelerate the effort, the Reapers follow a consistent procedure. Victims who cooperate, surrender, or are captured by husks are sorted into camps. It is believed the husks possess receptors that allow them to analyze the victim's DNA through sight, smell, or touch. Alright. Victims that meet their standards are herded from the camps into processor ships. Those the husks deem insufficient are either turned into husks themselves or indoctrinated to serve as slave labor. The Reapers use this last option to give their victims false hope. Many captives who would otherwise fight back become docile when they see members of their own kind obey and survive. The processor ships reduce victims to a transportable liquid. Like in a slaughterhouse, the ship's design prevents victims from seeing or hearing what happens elsewhere so that they do not panic. Wow. The victims are ushered into locking pods, then rent apart and dissolved into paste that is flushed to storage vats. The rate of killing is phenomenal. Intelligence estimates suggest that there are more than 400 processor ships on Earth, killing approximately 1.8 million humans per day. In combination with battlefield deaths, disease, and famine, this pace will result in the complete depopulation of Earth within a decade. As the husked and indoctrinated slaves build more slaughtering facilities, the kill rate can only increase. Wow. I have to wonder why they need to rebuild so many Reapers. I mean, I guess they're eradicating us to build more of them. Maybe the ones that they're losing in this battle. But if they just fucked off to begin with, they wouldn't be losing. I don't want to say people. They wouldn't be losing ships. And there would be no need to create more ships if they weren't losing ships. So there has to be something else. I know they think there are like mighty overseers who cull us when we get too big for our britches. Or maybe it's because, I guess I should elaborate on too big for our britches. Too big for our britches might mean something like, if they don't cull us, we're going to destroy everything. We do have a habit as just humans, much less an entire galactic civilization of other such creatures. We do have a penchant for destroying things and each other. I don't know if it's some twisted, like, lawful good, I have to kill you to save the universe as a whole. I don't know. I don't know enough about Reapers or what the fuck they want. It's so nebulous every time they give us any information. Just that for the cycle to continue, we have to end. And I don't understand why I mean, there has to be something particular about 50,000 years, and that's why the cycle. Also, where the fuck do these Reapers go? Reapers is kind of an entity, as like a synthetic that also uses organics to create itself. Is just such a weird concept to wrap my mind around. I mean, it's reasonable that we don't have much information because it's very difficult to get any information on the Reapers, but I am looking forward to finding out more. Okay, so let's just keep going with that. Maybe I'll get what I want. All right. The Reapers are technologically superior to the organic species of the galaxy, but the degree of that superiority is a matter of debate in the intelligence community. The Reapers' thrusters and FTL drives appear to propel them at more than twice the speed of Citadel ships. Estimates of their location in dark space suggest that they can travel nearly 30 light years in a 24-hour period. I don't have anything to contrast that with, so I'm going to assume that's like, whoa. Reaper power sources seem to violate known physical laws. Reapers usually destroy full infrastructure rather than attempting to capture it intact, indicating that Reapers do not require organic species energy supplies. Well, it's because they use us, right? Well, not us as fuel. I should correct myself. They're using us to create themselves. Consequently, the Reapers attack without regard for maintaining supply lines behind them, except to move husks from one planet to another. Unlike Citadel ships, Reapers do not appear to discharge static buildup from their drive cores, although they sometimes appear wreathed in static discharge when they land on planets. The main gun on a Reaper capital ship, so the big boys, dwarfs that of the Alliance Everest-class dreadnoughts. No dreadnought has yet survived a direct hit from the weapon. Estimates put its destructive power anywhere, from 132 to 454 kilotons of TNT. Even if the target is hardened, as in the case of a surface-based missile, the gun can instead bury the target beneath molten metal. Precise targeting computers and correctors also give Reaper weapons a longer effective range than organic dreadnought or cruisers. The kinetic barriers on a Reaper capital ship can shrug off the firepower of a small fleet. Weapons specifically designed to overcome shields, such as the Javelin, Guardian lasers, or the 𝒂𝒾𝒶 series, can bypass the barriers to some degree. The difficulty is getting close enough to use them. The surface-mounted weaponry on Reaper ships, similar in principle to Guardian, presents an effective defense against organic species fighters. I'm sure they have catered that specifically towards us. Alright. Vulnerabilities. Although clearly technologically superior to the Citadel forces, the Reapers have experienced casualties in the battles across the galaxy. This indicates that, theoretically, with the right intelligence, weapons, and strategy, the Reapers could be defeated. Unlike the Mass Effect relays that they created, Reapers do not have quantum shields. Locking itself down at a quantum level would leave a Reaper unaware of its surroundings until the shielding deactivated. Instead, Reapers rely on kinetic barriers. In the case of a Reaper capital ship, these kinetic barriers can hold off the firepower of 2 dreadnoughts simultaneously, but 3 clearly causes strain, and 4 typically results in destruction. We're working out the mechanics. Weapons designed to maximize heat damage, such as the 𝒂𝒾𝒶 series, show better results against the Reapers than pure kinetic impact. The barriers of a Reaper destroyer are less formidable than those of a capital ship. It is possible for a single cruiser or many fighters to disable or demolish a destroyer if they can get within range before they are themselves destroyed. The Reaper's energy sources are not infinite. For example, to land on a planet, a Reaper must substantially reduce its mass. This transfer of power to its Mass Effect generators leaves the Reaper's kinetic barriers at only partial strength. Sovereign was destroyed while assuming direct control over Saren. The feedback from Saren's death seemed to entirely overload Sovereign's shields. Current Reapers do not seem to suffer from this design flaw. Wow, so we found something problematic in their systems, and they're like, ah, shit, we need to fix that. We found a bug, and they patched over it. Interesting. Reaper capital ships can turn faster than Citadel dreadnoughts, but to do so, they must lower their mass to a level unacceptable in combat situations. Consequently, it is possible for a dreadnought to emerge from FTL travel behind a capital ship, then bring its guns to bear faster than a Reaper can return fire. This is a poor tactic, however, against Reapers flying in proper formation. Wow, that's wild shit. I love that. There, I had asked for some knowledge about the Reapers and we got it. All right. I'm going to put chat on for our last 5 minutes. Wow. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go and thank everyone who's been extra sweet today. Aw, Schmuckster. That's great. Oh, he thinks 150 Fahrenheit. Oh, back to that planet. Yes, thank you actually for that clarification. I really appreciate that. Also, thanks for wanting to hang out with us. Oh, and Kalar. Oh, Kalar says, much love for you and your vids. I don't get to see it live as often as I'd like, but I still appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, friend, for enjoying it, for being here, for saying such nice things. I appreciate it. Oh, all right. Amazing. Good. We are caught up. Good. I'm glad. I hate missing people on accident. That's always something I try to not do. Man. The more I learn about Reapers, the more I just really want to fucking know what the fuck's going on. They've done a really, really good job of keeping that away from you until it's like painfully like necessary to know. I mean, I guess it's been painfully necessary to know for a hot second, but I'm really excited to figure out a little bit more about what's going on. I have hope. God, we have so many resources too. I know it's cut in half by the 50% readiness, but we don't need to worry about the multiplayer because they patched that. That has been dealt with. So, no issue there. I'm not worried about it. I am just trying to do as much good in the galaxy as I possibly can while we still can. We're trying. We are definitely doing our best. I love that y'all are talking about RoboCop. I've never seen any of those. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Which moment in 3 impacted me the most? That's hard. There's so many impactful moments. I mean, clearly, me personally, the deaths. It's difficult because I get very attached to characters. I love them very much. It's why like finishing book series or a long-standing anime or whatever is always like losing friends almost. You know, you spent so long in this universe with these characters and when the story's over, it's like you don't know what to do. I know that sentiment's pretty common for people who really enjoy novels. But I also do that in anime as well. I don't know which death. It's hard because Morden's I wasn't prepared for. And so that struck so hard. And Thane's was also very difficult because I love that man. And I know we romanced Liara. I know. I can love more than one person. Man. So, we just never told him that we loved him, and I really wish we had. Legions was also hard. I feel like it doesn't necessarily get easier as more people die. It's just, I don't know, maybe we're hardening ourselves to it, and maybe that's how Shepard feels. Maybe that's a good representation. Also, Christina, you are precious. Thank you so much. That makes my little heart happy every time you say it. My Shepard is gorgeous. Honestly, I did a really good job on the Shepard. I didn't realize that people normally have like trouble getting their Shepards to look the way they want to. I really love mine. Who am I gonna romance on our next playthrough? We are going to play the Legendary Edition to see the differences and hopefully the bug patches right after Andromeda. The fan favorite is clearly Garrus. And I'm still torn. Personally, I would really like to romance Thane, but I don't think I could bear playing Citadel 2 again, having like actively experienced his romance. I think I might just save that for me at some point so I can just ugly cry in front of my monitor without hundreds of people watching me. Hundreds to thousands of people watching me cry. I do that enough. Yeah, get me a supportive. He's a good boy. There's nothing wrong with Garrus. I just like, everybody has like different flavors of jam that they like. That doesn't mean there's bad jam. It just means sometimes things taste better because of our, there we go, because of our particular preferences. There, we've done it. Kind of. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out, but Garrus is, maybe I should put him on the other side. It's fine, this will work for the next few minutes. I'm having to like lean all the way out of here, do his chest bumps. I probably will. I am going to do horrible, gruesome things to Kai Lang for what he did to Thane. I just like, I know normally I'm like, well, let's, you know, not kill people. I do this in Dragon Age all the time when we do the judgments. I think that either imprisoning or executing people in very severe circumstances is really just kind of a waste. I'm a big believer in reparations. So what you need to do is make it up to the people that you've harmed. So like making him spend the rest of his goddamn life in whatever way 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒶 thinks is necessary. That sounds pretty good to me. I have to resist the anger that mounts when we have to talk about Kai Lang for what he did to Thane, because I just like see red. Makes me so upset. Oh, he's kind of in frame. There we go. He needs to sit where I'm sitting, basically, to be where it needs to be in frame. I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling generous. Well, Jacob's dad got killed by the people that he abused. That's reparations. He's theirs now for them to deal with as they see fit. If that's what they decide, that's what they decide. They were the injured party. It is a broad definition of reparations. It really is. And I might be misusing the term, but from my understanding, I'm trying to be as accurate as possible. No, this pillow is not custom made. I bought this from the BioWare store. They were selling them. They are now no longer available because, you know, they put out these unique limited edition products in waves, right? Oh, hey, it's July. I might be getting my Legendary Edition shit soon. Because it's supposed to come in during June or July, and here we go. Jacob's dad. Sorry, Lady Curran. He's not dead. Jacob's dad. Yes. Oh my god. So you guys know I love Ginny D. She's a queen. And she was wearing Erika Ishii has a clothing line that she collabed with Threadless, I think. And it says "Eat the Rich." So she was wearing the shirt, and there were so many offended people being like, "Oh, you just hate men. You just want to eat all the men." And it's just like, wow, like this is what you're. I guess you can't help the small-minded. I love her. If you haven't watched Ginny D's stuff, she has lovely shit about anything D&D related. She does a brilliant cosplay. She's a DM. She does lots of great roleplay point of view videos. So if you want to flesh out your character by interacting with another one, you can. She's amazing. I really highly recommend. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sparing rich women in this. Although I can't comment on whether or not they look gamey. Oh my god. But yeah. She's also doing her first EP, like a limited edition CD kind of with a few songs on it. It's like songs to drown men to as a mermaid, something like that. The general neckbeard population is also very up in arms about that. Tell me you literally know nothing about the patriarchy without telling me you literally know nothing about patriarchy. Okay. Well, I should go let all my cats free from their contained quarters. I'm just laughing at y'all's chat over here. Ms., you are so sweet. Thank you so much. All right. I hope each and every one of you, Garrus, hopes each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And we...
Thanks for watching. For more content, you can check out these videos, or my stream on Twitch, or cosplay on Instagram, or my OnlyFans. All the links are in the description. Have a great rest of your day.